Draw my life with me, Madison. Here we go. I'm still trying to figure out how to edit things, so I'm sorry. But okay. So that's there, and we're gonna bring this down here. And yes, I'm wearing a dress and getting on the floor. That's what happened. But here we go. If you see me shaking this, that is because it is one of those stupid shake markers. I shook it up like for 5 minutes before I started this video, so it should be good. But yeah, they're stupid markers, and I'm gonna go get new ones today, or tomorrow, or sometime. But I was born on April 17th. 2001. But I was supposed to be born on the 12th, but that didn't happen, so what was it? Okay, so I was too big, like too fat, for me to come out on my own, and I'd ripped my mom. And so they had to plunge me out with, like, I don't know if it was like a toilet plunger, and if it was, I really hope it hadn't been used on a toilet, but yeah. And so I was too fat, and I'm just gonna skip through this because I don't really know what happened in those, before those 3 years. 3 years later, my mom got pregnant again. And we were all very happy, and I really wasn't this big. And I'm sorry for my drawings, I'm not an artist, but and soon to find out, it was sorry for my spelling, by the way. It was a miscarriage. Everybody in my family cried for a while, a really, really, really long time. I was only 3, and I didn't know what was happening. I just cried with everybody else because I thought, oh, well, okay. But I soon got over it. So I was an only child, and I started, well, I started going to daycare at this huge place. Well, to me it was huge, but it had a stage, and it was awesome. It was just really cool, and I had only one friend because I was the weird kid that nobody really liked, and my only friend was named Elizabeth, and she had blonde hair, and she had the bangs that went like this, and my hair was very, very long. And this is after I was 3, like I was like 4 or something. Sorry for that noise. And we were best friends. But soon to find out, she was really mean. She actually had stolen a toy dolphin from the place and told the teacher that I had stolen it. And I had gotten in a lot of trouble, and she was really mean. She was just really mean, and so our friendship did not last very long, and my parents thought, you know what, you don't deserve this. We live in a neighborhood with no kids, so let's move to Scappoose. I really doubt any of you know where. I bet none of you know where Scappoose is. Really, really, really small town. I don't know if some of you guys know where St. Helens is, but it's right next to St. Helens. And when I moved to Scappoose, I lived in a neighborhood with, like, every other house had a kid in it. Every other house, pretty much. And I was in the middle house, and I had learned to meet my best friend in the whole wide world, and we are still friends, yet she is 3 years younger than me. She's going into 5th grade, and I still love her. And her name is, we lived right next door. She lived at the very end on this side. And her name is Taylor. And I'm going to start using the black now because you can't really see it very well. But yeah, that is her name. And I had also learned to meet my worst enemy, Caitlin, who is 1 year younger than me, and she is really mean. She's really odd too. Let me draw her real quick. She's really, really mean, but, well, that's not actually how her head is shaped, but whatever. And her hair is actually pink, so I'm not lying about this part. And her hair is literally to her lips. That is how long it is. She's very odd. And it's so weird. She's but she's got this little brother named Jonathan, and he is the cutest little thing. He, like, loves me. And I babysit him, and he's got little glasses. And he's going into 2nd grade. And he's just so cute, and I love him, and he loves me. But, yeah. So me and Caitlin tried to be friends, and that did not work out. Well, we never got along, and I lived next door to her for 7, 8.5 years. And her mom, oh god, Jennifer, she sucks. But I went to Tinker Time in preschool, and met one of my best friends, who is still my best friend to this day. Logan. And we were in the same 1st grade class, and we were best friends, and everybody thought that we were weird because in 1st grade, no guys and girls were usually, well, the rules, like, what the first graders came up with, like the popular group came up with, is guys and girls can't be best friends. We broke that rule, and we don't care. And people thought that we were freaks, and we were like, whatever. And his hair's really curly, but sorry, Logan, if you're watching this. And like, yeah, we were best friends. We still are. And we went to the same school all these years, and now he's going to a different middle school out in Portland. He's not moving, but we're not going to see each other a lot. It's really hard for me and all of our friends. And so, I'm going to cry the day before school starts, which is in like 3 days, and I'm going to be really upset because I don't get to see Logan every day. And it's really sad. He said he doesn't want to, but his parents are making him. He's gonna be back for high school, but I mean, it's gonna be so hard, and I'm gonna miss him so much. And so, yeah. Every day I ask him, can you please not go to a different school? And he's like, it's not my choice. And it's really sad. But, yeah. That's what's happening now. But, in 3rd grade, I had the devil teacher. Wood. And that is also the year that I met one of my closest friends. Oh my god, I love her. Her name is Katie. And I had to sit by her on the first day, and I thought, oh, she looks really cool. I think I want to be her friend. And I was still the weird kid. And those rules about guys and girls being friends were broken, like about when we kind of broke them. And I was like, hey, Katie, because I looked at her name tag, and she's like, yeah. I'm like, do you want to be my friend? And she's like, sure. And I was freaking out, and she was all weirded out by me. She was like, but now we're like best friends. And so, it's awesome. And that in 4th grade was a whole bunch of drama. Most of our friends ended up hating each other. And the only ones that really stayed friends with me was me and Katie. But yeah, and now we're going into 7th grade, and we're finally not the little kids. But we're scared because supposedly all the 8th graders hate all the 7th graders, but it's a really big school now, different, and so me and Katie are kind of nervous, but we said we're going to stick it out together, and so, yeah. And that was Draw My Life. And so, I really